What if we turned McNeil Island into something revolutionary? Something where accountability, rehabilitation, and rebuilding public safety the right way would take place. Something where we could maybe rename the island Cascadia Correctional Island or something similar. Welcome to episode 10, and today we're talking about something big. Something people dance around politically, but deep down everyone knows is the truth. Washington's justice system is not working. Not for victims, not for communities, not for police, not for people trying to rebuild their lives, and really, not for anybody. We've created this strange, broken environment where crime keeps rising, but consequences keep shrinking, and the only place that's thriving in all of this is fear. People don't feel safe. Businesses don't feel safe, transit riders don't feel safe, neighborhoods don't feel safe, and even officers don't feel safe doing their jobs. And you know what happens when society loses both safety and accountability at the same time? Chaos ensues. Not all at once, but slowly, quietly, drip by drip, until everyone wakes up one day and realizes the social fabric is starting to fray. I'm not talking about being tough on crime, I'm talking about being consistent. Predictable, fair, balanced, human, structured, because right now things feel random. Some people get slapped on the wrist, some people get lost in the paperwork, some people are released instantly, some bounce between homelessness, addiction, and jail in an endless loop, and some are dangerous, but nobody knows what to do with them, and the community is left wondering why nothing ever seems to change. There's no foundation, there's no structure, there's no clear plan. So today we're going to talk about that. A big, bold blueprint. Reopening McNeil Island, rebuilding it, modernizing it, and turning it into something Washington desperately needs. Cascadia Correctional Island, a place for accountability and rehabilitation. And yes, we're going to talk about both of these things at the same time, because you can't fix public safety with accountability alone. You can't fix public safety with rehabilitation alone. You need both working together under one roof, or in this case, one island. Why McNeil Island, though? Why bring it back to life? McNeil Island is sitting out there in the Puget Sound, half forgotten, half abandoned, still holding the infrastructure of a full correctional facility. Dorms, admin buildings, service tunnels, utilities, docks, everything. And right now it's wasted space. Meanwhile, our prisons are overcrowded, our jails are overburdened, our officers are overwhelmed, and our communities feel underprotected. And our streets are just holding people who desperately need structure, guidance, accountability, and a real shot at rebuilding their lives. McNeil used to house thousands of people. Now it houses a small cluster of civilly committed sex offenders on one corner, and that's it. We have a fully built island isolated by water, away from the neighborhoods, away from temptation, away from the outside chaos in the world, and we're barely using it. Any builder looking at that would shake their head and say that's the most underutilized property in the entire state. So we should change that, yeah? What is Cascadia Correctional Island, and what could it be, you say? Picture this. Not a prison from the 1950s, and not some hardline warehouse of misery. Not a revolving door, but a full-scale correctional ecosystem. A place with real accountability, real safety, real consequences where needed, real rehabilitation where possible, real structure, real routine, real skills, real purpose, and real re-entry. A place where bad guys, the ones who are actually dangerous, actually violent, face real consequences, real isolation, and real structure. That's real deterrence. And a place where the people struggling with addiction, theft, instability, and the cycles of homelessness finally get a chance at transformation, not through slogans, but through routine, discipline, and professional support. Cascadia Correctional Island could have distinct areas. One for high-risk, high-security inmates who need long-term containment, another for people who want to rebuild, people who aren't evil, just lost, addicted, traumatized, or, stuck in a destructive pattern. It happens. And we could also have a campus for education, trades, culinary training, logistics, farming basics, welding, mechanics, all the stuff that gives someone a reason to kind of wake up in the morning and be proud of what they did at the end of the day. And we could even have a mental health wing, not just a jail cell pretending to be a treatment center, like something that actually helps. And finally, a detox, like real detox. Supervised, monitored, and guided. Not just a few hours on a cot. A real program that's structured, human, and effective. This isn't fantasy. This is not utopian. It's actually incredibly practical. And other countries even do this. Even parts of the US do this. Washington it doesn't. Instead, we leave people suffering in public, breaking laws, stealing, spiraling, overdosing, and then we yell at police for not having the magic wand to fix it. Cascadia Correctional Island becomes the magic wand, not by being soft, not by being cruel, but by being a structured program. Builders know structure fixes chaos every time. Now let's talk about staffing, because that's where this becomes real. We would need officers, yes, but not officers doing everything. We would need employees like medical staff, addiction specialists, mental health professionals, caseworkers, trade instructors, vocational coaches, transportation teams, maintenance crews, correctional officers who are trained and supported. This isn't just the jail. It's a rehabilitation city with a high security perimeter where needed and a learning and rebuilding environment where possible. And because it's an island, the parameter is already naturally controlled. It's one of the safest locations you could choose. Staffing becomes stable, training becomes consistent, culture becomes cohesive. It's a controlled environment where rehabilitation isn't optional, it's built into everyday life. But let's be real, some people do need to go to the slammer though. Not everyone is going to turn their life around. Not everyone wants to help, and not everyone is safe to release back into society. There are violent people, there are predators, and there are individuals who need serious containment, and Cascadia can hold them, clearly separated from those who are trying to get better. You can have accountability and rehabilitation without mixing the two populations together. Dangerous people go to the secure side. People rebuilding their lives go into structured programs. It's simple, clean, safe. It's not ideology, it's practical design. So why does this matter? Because Washington's public safety system is held together with duct tape. We don't have enough beds, we don't have enough treatment centers, we don't have enough detox facilities, we don't have enough entry programs, we don't have enough officers, we don't have enough accountability, and really we don't have enough anything. But we do have an island with buildings already on it, an island we're barely using, an island that could be the cornerstone of rebuilding public safety in the state. It's sitting right there, empty, waiting, and wasting away. Why aren't we using it? If hope is going to return to Washington, safety must return first. And safety requires structure, and a structure requires a place like Cascadia Correctional Island. A place where the dangers are held accountable, a place where the lost can rebuild, a place where rehabilitation is real and not symbolic, and a place where officers are supported and not demonized. Public safety has to be taken seriously, and it's definitely where people leave better than where they came in at. Washington doesn't need more band-aids, it needs a foundation, a firm, unapologetic, fair, human foundation. And maybe the foundation's been sitting in Puget Sound this whole time. Hope isn't gone, it's just waiting to be rebuilt.